Welcome to City Update. I'm Sherry Kropp. I'm here today at the Museum of the Cape Fear, where history unfolds. There's a lot of wonderful exhibits inside, but today we're going to tell you about a special exhibit that's going on right now. Maxwell is going to give us more details.
Here at the museum, we've got 2 floors of exhibits covering the southeastern portion of North Carolina. So we're a regional museum. We are a sister museum of the Museum of History in Raleigh. So our exhibits cover that southeastern portion of the state. We start with the Native American period, and it runs all the way up to the early 20th century. And that's in our permanent exhibit galleries. And then today, of course, we are in our temporary exhibit, or our rotating exhibit gallery, where we have changing exhibits that come in and out. The exhibit we have now is 17 men, portraits of the 25th U.S. colored troops. This is a really unique exhibit for us here. It's poignant because it is, of course, Black History Month. This is a very important aspect of Black history that a lot of people don't know about, the U.S. colored troops that fought during the Civil War and the significance of their contributions during the last 2 years of the war. These are portraits of 17 men that were discovered in a tiny photo album by genealogist Shayne Davidson. She was working on a family tree for a friend, and the friend had a very interesting family tree that included a gentleman named Captain William A. Prickett, who served during the Civil War. He was actually in charge of Company G of the 25th USCT, that's the U.S. colored troops, and he had saved this tiny photo album with these 17 pictures. So Shayne has used her talents as an artist to recreate portraits of these men based on this tiny photo album. And that's what you see here in the exhibit, along with brief biographies of each man that she meticulously researched. And you'll also get to see a copy of the original photo that the portraits are based on. Also, as part of the exhibit, we've included information on USCT units that fought here in the Cape Fear region, specifically in the campaign for Wilmington. So you'll learn about the Battle of Fort Fisher, the Battle of Forks Road, and other aspects of the USCTs that actually fought here in North Carolina. This is a traveling exhibit that has traveled to several museums. We're lucky to have it here. It opened on February 9th and will be up through June 2nd. So the Museum of the Cape Fear is part of the Museum of the Cape Fear Historical Complex, and that includes the 1897 Poe House, which is located right next door to our museum. We give guided tours of that. Also, the third part of our complex is Arsenal Park. So if you take a short walk across the footbridge over Highway 87 that runs behind the museum, you can see ruins of the Fayetteville Arsenal, which was built in the 1830s and used by the Confederate Army during the Civil War. When Sherman's army marched through Fayetteville in March of 1865, they destroyed that arsenal, and all that's left is some ruins over there. That is also the location of what will be the North Carolina History Center on the Civil War, Reconstruction, and Emancipation. Our hours here at the Museum of the Cape Fear are Tuesday through Saturday from 10 to 5, and we are open on Sunday afternoons from 1 to 5. Admission is free. We gladly accept donations. You can find more information about this exhibit, 17 Men, and other exhibits here at our museum by following us on Facebook or Instagram at Museum of the Cape Fear.
Well, we hope you come out to the Museum of the Cape Fear Historical Complex to see all of the wonderful exhibits, the 1897 Poe House, and the Arsenal ruins. Thank you for joining me on this episode of the City Update. I'll see you next time.